Hey guys. Greetings. Are y'all ready for this Chiron reading? Are y'all ready for Chiron Retrograde? Who is ready for Chiron Retrograde? It's about to be a doozy. It's going to be such a good doozy though. Hi beloved. Greetings, so conspicuous. When you sewing something for me, can I get something made, please? Look, knowing I know how to sew, I don't want to sew. Can you make me some? You ready? Hey, boo. You ready? Queen, I swear I think I missed your message, but I wrote you down because I couldn't. I think I didn't get to look at the message. I've been in go mode, y'all. I'm in go mode. If you have a business and you haven't did the SBA loan, please contact me and you part of my tribe. Please contact me before you do it. All right? I'm going to just throw that out there. I'm going to throw that out there. Contact me before you do anything dealing with an SBA loan. All right? Peace, y'all. I am doing readings. I have 11. I just saw somebody else, Shanae. I don't even know who Shanae is right now. If you haven't DM me, let me. I'm going to show you how to do something. All right. It was for you and me. Lord. I'm going to try to squeeze y'all. I might have to come back in, but I'm going to try to squeeze y'all in because I know I'm trying to get content about Chiron and this Chiron retrograde, but I also want to do the I want to do the readings as well. You PayPal me. I didn't even look at my PayPal, child. I didn't even get no messages. That's fine. Wait a minute. Which PayPal? Make sure you did the right PayPal because I switched my PayPal. Tammy, I do have you down though. No, I got you, Tammy. I do. I got you. I'm going to put so conspicuous. All right, so let me get into this content real quick. All right, you already know that Chiron is in retrograde. It's going to be in retrograde on Saturday, and it's going to be in retrograde for a good little hot minute. It's in the sign of Aries. Nicole, go ahead and do it because I know I'm going to have to come back twice. So, Nicole, I'll go ahead and take you. I'm going to put you down. You're my last one. Nicole is my last one, so don't nobody else ask for a reading. Okay, it's in the sign of Aries, and it is going retrograde on Saturday. Let's be very clear. It is going to force you to deal with yourself. It is going to force you to deal with your reality. If you are that type of person that like to run, you running from your stuff. This ain't the time. Don't be running from it. This is getting ready to make you deal with your stuff. For real. They are not playing no games. I told y'all this like for the last year. I was like, come in 2020 playing games. You gonna get your ass whooped. This is not the year for you to be playing no games. All right? Don't do it. You don't want none of that smoke. So, Chiron in retrograde. If you have pulled your chart like I nicely asked you to do this week, okay? I nicely said, go get your charts pulled. Make sure you're paying attention to where's your Chiron. You can do that in astro.com. There's plenty of other sites, but I always tell people astro.com is a real easy chart to read. Look at astro.com. It will say Chiron in whatever house. All right? So let's go through. Now there's two dynamics. Enchanted House just touched on one. They'll be in a certain sign and they'll be in a certain house. I'm just going to run through the houses. I'm not going to do the signs, but I'm going to run through the houses. When you get an opportunity, go to YouTube. Put in Chiron in Taurus. All right? Put in Chiron in Taurus or put in Chiron in Libra so you can see what it means. Listen, because you might have two dynamics. I told you real quick. Mine is Chiron in the 7th house. What is the 7th house? Dealing with relationships. Mine is also Chiron in Taurus. That means that they make me real humble when it comes to my money. Don't be attached to material gains. I am that type of person where I can live in a hut and I can live in a mansion, and it will not matter. Nothing changes because I am going to be consistent at who I am. Just because of my Chiron and Taurus. It has definitely humbled the shit out of my ass. Okay, I'm going to just say that. All right. First house. If you have Chiron in the first house, that's the house of self. This is not only how we view ourselves, but this is also how other people view us as well. So this is the house of self. People who have Chiron in the house of self mean y'all be getting y'all butt whooped on a regular basis. Why? Because that's dealing with ego, the perception of who you are and who you really are. So you normally have a lifelong challenge of learning how to master yourself, learning how to get your own energy in the right space, learning how to distinguish between this is ego and this is the higher self. So my babies with that Chiron in the first house, y'all be having a hard time just like I be having a hard time. I'm just saying it's an interesting place to have it. All right. Second house is dealing with our money. It's dealing with our values. It's dealing with everything that is. Did my computer screen just go dead? It did. Y'all, hold on, wait a minute. My computer screen just went blank on me after I took the time to make notes for y'all and stuff. Anyway, it's dealing with money. It's dealing with material gain. So when you have your Chiron in the second house, you know you getting ready to be challenged when it comes to your moolah. You're going to be challenged with your perception of money. And it's not to say that you won't have any money. It's just to say that Chiron in the second house might make you have an interesting relationship with money. You might have been one of them kids that grew up and your parents told you that money was evil. You might be one of those kids that grew up and your parents gave you a bad perception of what money is. So maybe now you're stingy, or maybe now you're overly spend. Chiron in the second house is going to be interesting for you because it's really dealing with your material wealth, your value system, and when it comes to the material world, the earthly world, I call it. All right. Chiron in the third house. Chiron in the third house is how we speak, how we communicate, our siblings. So when we have Chiron in the third house, a lot of times, y'all are those people that people tend to take the wrong way. You're the one that haven't mastered the art of communication. You're the one that sometimes when you say stuff, people be looking at you like, did you just come out your mouth and say that? Like, for real? That's what you're saying? Yeah, you're the one that have to master the art of communication. It would be very wise of you to take courses on communication. It'll be very wise of you to study the art of how to make people see your perspective without it coming across like you just cut their throat or punched them in the gut. I'm just saying. All right. Or you could be also the person that's the complete opposite, that don't know how to speak up for themselves. But it's all dealing with communication. How are you communicating? Are you a person that's great with communication, or are you a person that's horrible with it? Now, with Chiron being there, like with any of these houses, the whole goal is to master it. So when Chiron goes into retrograde and any of this energy that I'm telling y'all about, this is what's going to happen. It's going to challenge the hell out of that particular dynamic and really force you to deal with why you can't be a great communicator, why you can't be the house of self, why you can't be, your material gain ain't right. Okay. So fourth house. When we get into the fourth house, this is dealing with our value system from a different perspective. This is like our home life, how we create the home. Are we a person that's more attached to the home life, or are we a person that don't like to be at home? Or like, what is that whole system? Even dealing with your mother. All right. How you deal with your mother. That is going to be really key with that fourth house Chiron. Your relationship with mama. What did she create? What did you see when you were home? What was your home life when you were young? A lot of interesting things happen with that fourth house placement and how you look at family. All right. You might have a Chiron in the fourth house and don't really deal with your family, like your immediate family at all. All right. Fifth house placement. That's dealing with romance. how we deal with people in that perspective. It's dealing with creativity. It's dealing with your childlike way, your childlike innocence. So fifth house Chiron is normally dealing with how are you in tune with your inner child? Okay, are you in tune with your creative self? Okay, fifth house Chiron could even be the way that you view other people when it comes to your relationship. A lot of people I see with fifth house Chiron, they tend to do the rose-colored glasses with people. They are the ones that will look at people in a higher, like putting them on a pedestal or feeling like they can be Captain Save-A-Ho. Let's be clear. There's a lot of y'all with Chiron in the fifth house and feel like y'all Captain Save-A-Ho. I'm just saying. Look at people for who they really are. Y'all have normally a lot of delusion in that fifth house when you have Chiron. Sixth house Chiron is dealing with your health, with your work ethics, how you are you a person that have to work hard the rest of your life? Okay, are you a person that is challenged with your health and the way that you master the Chiron in that place is that you're working on your health, and then you become like this health guru or something, or you come up with some type of health remedy. Okay, so Chiron in the sixth house can be, I think it's easier than some of the other Chirons. I might be biased. Unless you feel like you got to work hard for the rest of your life. You might not like that one. But Chiron in the seventh house. Y'all know I done talked about this many times. This is my Chiron. Chiron in the seventh house is dealing with your relationship. It's dealing with your marriage. It's dealing with sharing. I do not like to share. So Chiron in the seventh house is where you are always going to learn very profound lessons through your relationship. Your relationships, 9 times out of 10, if you got Chiron in the seventh house, you done had a whole lot of relationships. Your relationships have always been crazy as hell. What I have noticed with people with Chiron in the seventh house, you always, they're going to lower your standards on who you are dating. You be feeling like you go off of a whole nother energy. Listen, you don't look at people the way that you're supposed to look at. When y'all have Chiron in the seventh house, y'all the mugs, I'm including me, y'all the mugs that be going through a lot of chaos and confusion because you don't see people for who they really are. All right? And you're going to learn a very valuable lesson each and every time. It's going to be that one that be gut punching you every time. So to me, it's one of the hardest ones, but I'm biased. Chiron in the 8th house. This is dealing with your in-laws. This is dealing with other people's money. This is dealing with secrets. It's the house of secrets. Chiron in the 8th house is the occult science, as they like to say. So Chiron in the 8th house could be you being a secretive ass person. Chiron in the 8th house could be you having issues with intimacy, because that's the house of sex too. How am I forget that one? Normally, Chiron in the 8th house, y'all be having some interesting backgrounds. So not to make anybody feel any kind of way, but a lot of times I see people with Chiron in the 8th house, and 9 times out of 10, you experience some sort of sexual trauma. If you didn't experience sexual trauma, you might be that type of person that people have always been attracted to you in a certain manner, even when you were young and it wasn't even warranted. So 8th house Chiron could be really tricky. Sometimes people with Chiron in the 8th house normally have issues with being sexually free, or they too damn sexually free. Sometimes you got a Chiron in the 8th house and you a hoe. I'm just saying, it could be a lot. It could be a lot that's going on, but it's a very powerful house. So if you master that house, you that person that could be like a tantra teacher. If you master that house, you that person that could daggone do some sex magic and make some whole things pop off in here. So that house right there is a very powerful house, but you got to know how to master it. Chiron in the 9th house. This is dealing with spirituality. This is dealing with further education, so higher education like college or anything that you do. This is dealing with travel. So Chiron in the 9th house, you might be that person that every time you try to go somewhere, something happens. All right. You that person that might not supposed to go overseas. You the person that will go out of the country or out of the state or out of whatever, and something crazy always happening. Something crazy. All right. The Chiron in the 9th house could be you have a hard time, or you had a hard time doing the extra education. So like going to college, or there was always obstacles. But learning how to master, or even spiritual connection. You might have Chiron in the 9th house, and either you one extreme, like you like everybody, you're going to be some Waco, Texas type energy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like you on some real serious occult type, the other kind where everybody got to die. Now, or you are the person that's so anti-religion. Just depending. Now, all of this can be affected differently by what you got in that house as well. But that Chiron in the 9th house can be a little bit of a doozy from a higher evolution perspective. Let's say that. Chiron in the 10th house. Chiron in the 10th house is dealing with your career, how you make your money, your income. So anytime when people be talking about you can pay attention. Let me slow down. Pay attention to how you're making money is through the 2nd house. It's not. It's a glimpse. That 10th house is going to tell you whether or not you're making money. Okay? Your 10th house is the one that says, okay, this is a time frame that you need to pay attention, because whatever's going on in that house can tell you whether your money going to be stagnant or whether you're going to get a whole lot of money. All right? Just by what planet is sitting there. So Chiron in the 10th house mean what? Chiron in the 10th house mean that we're going to have some issues. We're going to have some issues when we're trying to build our career. And in order for us to master it, it means that we have to maybe play well with other people. We have to understand how to set goals. We might need to know how to structure or be more disciplined or dedicated to what it is that we want to see with our lives. Chiron in the 10th house or the 9th house, if you got any of those energy, a lot of times you're going to see issues with your father. Okay, that's where your father kind of fall in, okay? So now, Chiron in the 11th house. Chiron in the 11th house is groups and organizations. Only thing that Chiron in the 11th house people, I'm just playing. Only thing that y'all really be having issues with is how to play well with others. 9 times out of 10, when you have Chiron in the 11th house, you don't really play well with others. Chiron in the 11th house means knowing how to even work in groups. So not even just playing well with others, but how well do you work with other people? You might need to be in that organization. Or Chiron in the 11th house might mean that you had an incident where maybe a group of girls was bullying you when you were young. Okay. It might be maybe some girls jumped you. Okay. Or some boys jumped you. Something happened with a group setting and you turned you off. And then after that, you was like, I ain't effing with y'all. I'm not. I don't do y'all. Okay. Chiron in the 12th house. Woo! Chiron in the 12th house is when we get into overseas travel even more. Chiron in the 12th house is like loss of time, loss of energy. Chiron in the 12th house is also the underworld. That's what I like to call it, the psychological. So the loss of your mind. Chiron in the 12th house can be real interesting, beloveds. Okay, so be very mindful if you have Chiron in the 12th house. You are one of those that need to stay very grounded. This is another spirituality house. This is a house where people with Chiron in the 12th house, normally y'all seeing people and hearing people and you don't want to. You like, y'all doing too much. That's a powerful house. That 12th house is a powerful house. So y'all need to pay attention to what's going on in your 12th house. I'm just saying. All right, so let me go to what questions you should be asking during this Chiron. All right, this is what you need to do. What pains me the most right now? And what are 10 things that this pain has taught me? So what pains me. 9 times out of 10, we got to remember Chiron is the wounded healer. So because it's the wounded healer, what pain did it create in your life? What pain did it create? What pain is it creating? Now, what is it teaching you? Because you mastering the pain is how you become the master teacher of your Chiron. That's the whole goal. It's here to specifically whoop your ass in that house so you can become a master teacher in that energy. So if you got Chiron in the first house, it's going to whoop your ass with ego. But when you master ego, you are a master teacher. And you can show everybody or anyone how to master releasing ego, how to master walking in your higher self. You got Chiron in the 7th house like me? I am a master teacher when it comes to relationships. I can tell you when some shit is some bullshit. Like that's some bull. No, boo. You don't want to do that. Don't go. Don't do that. Listen. All right? Chiron in any house, you are supposed to become the master of that dynamic. That is one of your true purpose in this particular life. So pay attention. Make a list of 20 things that you feel proud for accomplishing in your life so far. It can be anything. It could be material gain. It could be certificates. It could be on some old, validation shit. I don't care. Make a list so you can have something to celebrate. Look over it. Recognize where your strength is. Recognize where your power is. And celebrate the hell out of that shit. Because with this Chiron, it's gonna try you. All right? Journal. Document all of this, y'all. You should have. I'm not going to tell you the need to have a journal. I say it all the time. I even created a journal for y'all. I wish I had one by me, but I don't. Journal. Because it's important. Talk about your pain. Talk about your growth. Talk about your weaknesses. Talk about your strength, your power, stuff you don't understand. Express it. Write it. Speak it, and then come back and say, I am strong today because I learned whatever lesson that was. I am powerful today because I learned whatever lesson that was. Because of this experience, it made me who I am today. If I didn't go through it, and some of y'all don't like to acknowledge that shit. I'm going to say this and I'm going to get into these readings. Some of y'all don't like to acknowledge, because I was dealing with that fuckboy, it made me who I am today. Because I stood in my power and I said, I'm going to get my whole entire life right. And now I am who I am. Because I was dealing with that Reebok broad. Y'all know I love picking on the Reebok chicks. I'm sorry. Y'all know. I am powerful today. I am the man I am supposed to be today. I am the king and the God that I am supposed to be because of what she took me, because she tried to run through my pockets. Listen. Document it, write it, speak it into existence. You need to create you an affirmation during this Chiron in retrograde, because if you don't, it's gonna whip your ass. I'm telling you. I'd already done told y'all, I don't want nobody in my inbox crying, boo-hooing, going through no craziness. No, I told you. Get it together. All right. Now let's get in these readings. Let's get it in these readings. All right, so my list is Charlene, Outlaw, Kiki, Latrell, Summer, Yolanda, Jones, Tammy, Kelly, Brianna, Queen, B, Shanae, and Nicole. All right, so I'm going to figure out what we're doing. Oh, good. I'm glad I'm helping you. That's all I want. I came here to be a mirror. I can't take no more rose petal. I'm at my limit. Ashe. Okay, let's take a deep breath. All of y'all take 3 deep breaths with me, especially if you're getting reading. I need you to close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths with me. And we are not doing what we're supposed to do. My son sounds like he is giving my mate a hard time. I don't know what's going on upstairs, but it ain't sounding good for the home team. Let's patient. It is Brit. I got my list. I ain't doing no more past this list. I know, Brit, you be missing it. You better be on as soon as I say, Brit, I'm telling you, as soon as I say, get your stuff, you better get it. I got you, Jess. I said, didn't I say you? I got you. I say. Woo. I do. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Woo. Hey, boo, light fairy. I ain't even see you. I saw you come in. Love and light fairy. I ain't seen you in a while. I need to see your face. You got really good energy, beloved. Need to see your face soon. All right. So let's start with, let's do outlaw. Let's do outlaw. Ashe. I don't know what he did to my baby. He done pinched my baby. Because he is not happy. Oh, yes. I love my bowls. I miss you too, boo. All right, here we go. I don't know what's going on. All right. That strength card was trying to come out. You got a lot of cards. You trying to get a whole damn reading outlaw. All right. The whole thing right now, what I'm looking at, it's about you walking in your power. The first card that I kept seeing while I was shuffling was the strength card. And that strength card is all about how am I walking in my power? But knowing that what I just said, everything that I went through has built me into the woman I'm becoming. It's made me who I am becoming. It has built me into this dynamic of my evolution. And that, beloved, is this whole season for you. This is going to be, how am I walking in my power? How am I understanding that everything that I went through before this moment has actually cultivated me for now? But you got to get out your comfort zone. Things are going to push you during this Chiron retrograde season to make you get out your comfort zones in order for you to secure the bag. Do some traveling, do some things that you ain't never did before. But you got to establish and stand in that goddess energy. You got to establish your worth, your value, and say, I stand in this power. I stand in this energy. And because I'm standing in this energy, because I'm standing in this power, I'm setting the terms and conditions. It is going to allow me to walk in my gift. Okay? It's going to allow me to walk in my purpose. It's going to allow me to create the abundance that I need and I desire. Listen, then you got, don't be triggered emotionally. Don't allow anything to make you feel overwhelmed. Take in all the blessings that they are going to pour down you, because they are going to overly fill your cup. And when they overly fill your cup, this is when you are supposed to just like marinate yourself in it. Marinate yourself in it. Know that the ancestors are answering every prayer, every call, every dynamic that you are asking for. Everything. What you have already put your prayers out, be patient. Let them do their job. Let them do their work. When you trust and allow them to do it, you're going to see how they create this beautiful blessing in your life. How they pour this abundance on you. It's going to be so beautiful. I'm so proud of you. I've seen you grow. You are one of my babies that I have seen grow. So proud of you. All right. Peace, 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 beloved. All right. Death card. So you know this is all about transformation. This is going to be one of your biggest transformation seasons. This season is going to produce nothing but growth. Nothing but growth. Nothing but evolution for you. All right. Let's get your crystal. Wait. Okay, I'm going to do this crystal, but I want to pull one more card for you. Ashe. We love that one. We love it. Hold on. Let's do this. Ooh, the guilt card and change. So change. As things are changing, embrace the change. Embrace that what's coming in. Allow this change to happen. It says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Know it, believe it, trust it. Please do. The other one is guilt. I just talked about this, I think, recently. That guilt card, that guilt will have you messed up in the game. Don't be guilty. I release any beliefs that no longer assist my soul's growth. Anything that you holding on to, anything that you are telling yourself, any energy you holding on to that you know is not in alignment, release it. I was about to say something, Lord. Release it. I'm going to be real good today. Release it. Don't hold on to this energy. All right. So the Copper card is coming out. The Copper card says, are you available to receive downloads or insight in your life? Are you open to create and embrace magical manifestations? Clear your channel and allow this wisdom to flow through you. Have confidence in your ability to tap into universal knowledge, wisdom, and abundance. You are the conduit for miracles. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself, some things can get real. Some things get popping in your life. Copper, you know, that's my favorite. I always have on some copper. Even when I wearing other colors, other stuff, I still got some copper somewhere. It's my favorite conduit. All right, Ashe, get your life together. You got it together. So now it's like, I'm going to walk in my power. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to release this energy that I'm still holding on to so I can cultivate even more stuff. I can be the master manifester. Ashe. Ashe. All right, Kiki. Let's do Kiki. Yes. You got it, outlaw. Let's do Kiki. Ooh. I'm not pulling no more cards. You got like 50 cards popping out. All right. During this retrograde, you're going to be triggered, boo. You're going to be triggered. Don't you let them trigger you. You have been triggered even in the past. Don't you let them trigger you. You are one of the ones that I also have seen grow and do some amazing things as well. So when this time is coming up and it's triggering you, what did I say this Chiron is about? This Chiron is to make you deal with the reality. So it's going to make you see things that you don't want to deal with about yourself. But when it's coming up and it's surfacing, look, deal with it. Don't run from it. Deal with it. Say, okay, I see you. I got you. I know what tool I need to pull out my toolbox in order to master this. Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. Listen. Put your blinders on. Keep your things like, put the blinders on. We're not doing it. Listen to yourself. Be very selfish. I'm saving it, beloved. Be very selfish. When you are being selfish and you're listening to yourself and you're knowing that divine spirit came to you and said whatever the hell they said to you, know that shit is true. It's true. This is your stuff. Don't let nobody convince you of nothing else. We're not listening to no one else. If you're dealing with any legal situations as well, pay attention because you will actually be victorious, but you got to be patient throughout it. Get out your comfort zone too. That's coming up and it's like, look, this is going to be a season for you to listen to yourself, for you to pay attention to your triggers and deal with your reality and not that false perception that you done created. And for you to get out the comfort zone, for you to really get out and network so you can get more things when it comes to what you're building. All right. I was trying to figure out which cards I wanted to go to. Let's go to these. I am saving. I save all my lives, and they will be posted on YouTube. But all of these are normally on my IG TV, whatever thing. So anything that I do now is saved on that. And then I also put it on YouTube. Now, one week, damn, Mercury retrograde was giving me a hard time. So, but most of the time it saves. Woo! Transcendence. And that's some cowrie shells. So transcendence. What I do see is you get ready to have transformation, and you get ready to have some things happen, beloved, specifically dealing with money. Because you know cowrie shells represent wealth. Pay attention to how they are coming to you. What's happening? How's it coming to you? How are they blessing your soul? All right? How are they blessing your soul? That transformation about to be a fool. I say. Okay, blue topaz. Do you feel the presence of the divine mother? Do you seek comfort and motherly love? Align with the grace of the ever-present vibration of compassion, kindness, and mercy. Decide to release issues that vibrate at a rate that emanates peace, love, and well-being. Open your mind to allow miracles beyond your wildest dreams to manifest. This is the time, beloved. If you have any issues still going on with your mama, you want to heal that energy, because I promise you it's going to be a triggering MF for this season for you. All right. It's a trigger. I'm a breath of fresh air. Ah, thank you, boo. Thank you, boo. I want to see... I want to see something for you, Kiki. Let me see something. Hi, beloved. Why not create it? Why not create it? Some of y'all be having cute names that I can remember. Some of y'all, I'll be like, what? Who? Doubt. Do not doubt yourself. Do not doubt your voice. Do not doubt your intuition. Listen to yourself during this retrograde. You got it, bumpkin. You got it. You got it. Ashe. That was Kiki. What time is it, y'all? Y'all give me 5 seconds, okay? I'm going to log off and I'm going to come back on, okay? I'm going to log off and I'm going to come back on because I don't want to get too deep into these readings. And I want to make sure that a little bit is calmed down because he is not stopping. So give me 5 seconds. I'm going to log off and come back on.